everyone and welcome back to Storytime with Fairy Tales and Pirate Tales. My name's Elsa and today I'll be reading you a story called Frozen 2. Are we nice and comfy? So let's begin. The kingdom of Arendelle was once ruled by King Agnar and Queen Iduna. One night, King Agnar told his daughters, Anna and Elsa, stories about Arendelle and its past. The king and queen told tales of elemental spirits that thrived in the far north of the kingdom. They also spoke of the Northuldra people and their battle with Arendelle in the enchanted forest, in which the forest had become cursed, trapping Arendellian soldiers and the Northuldra inside. After this story, Queen Iduna sang a lullaby about a river said to hold all the answers of the past. The sisters drifted off to sleep. Many years passed since then. Anna and Elsa had lots of new friends, and Elsa was now the queen of Arendelle. One thing the group always made time for was family game night. It was the boys' turn to pair up for charades, and Kristoff was right with every guess. But Anna struggled to guess what Elsa was acting out. She knew something was bothering her sister. Are you okay? Anna asked. Just tired, Elsa said, forcing a smile. Good night, and Elsa abruptly left. The truth was, something was bothering Elsa. A voice calling her, trying to draw her away from the kingdom. It seemed as though no one else could hear it, and though she tried, she couldn't silence it. Anna appeared at Elsa's door. You're wearing Mother's scarf, she said. That's when something's wrong. Elsa didn't want to worry Anna, but Anna always had a way of making Elsa feel better with both her words and her actions. What would I do without you? Elsa asked. You'll always have me, Anna responded. Then she sang their mother's lullaby and Elsa drifted off to sleep. Later that night, Elsa awoke to the sound of mysterious voices calling to her once again. She couldn't help feeling curious. Did the voice belong to someone magical like her? As Elsa walked down the fjord, she sang in response to the voice. Then a thought came to her. Tentatively, she used her magic, tossing snow into the air. Elsa blasted out her magic and an enormous shockwave swept across the fjord. The moisture in the sky froze into small crystals and hung suspended in the air. Elsa in awe of what she had done. Anna woke up and raced to the balcony, searching for Elsa. As crystals fell, Arendelle transformed. Water stopped flowing, fire vanished, the wind kicked up, pushing villagers out of their homes, and the ground rippled like the sea. The ground rumbled again, but this time it was the mountain trolls, rolling through the pass. Grand Pepe went straight to Elsa. Much of the past is not what it seems, Pepe said. When one can see no future, all you can do is the next right thing. To do that, Elsa knew she needed to find the voice. This time, Elsa was not afraid. At dawn, Anna, Kristoff and Sven joined Elsa. They began their journey north. Up ahead, over a small rise in the road, there was a vast wall of glittering mist. Anna ran straight for it. The others were not far behind. Elsa stopped a small distance away, saying nothing as her friends joined her. Elsa reached for Anna's hands, drawing her sister's strength. Slowly, the mist passed before them. We do this together, okay? Anna said. Together, Elsa said. I promise. Elsa was relieved, and the friends found themselves in a forest. They heard noises coming from the bushes. Anna broke off an ice sword from one of Elsa's sculptures and wielded it in defense. Before they could react, but more people dropped from the trees. Then soldiers appeared. It was the trapped Northuldra Arendellians from one of King Agnar's bedtime stories. The two sides, still at odds after so many years, ignored Elsa, Anna and their friends. When Anna reached Elsa, she embraced her. They held each other tightly. Elsa pulled out her mother's scarf and wrapped it around Anna's shoulders, knowing it would comfort her. Two of the Northuldra, Ryder and Honeymaren, were intrigued by the scarf. They recognized the symbols on the scarf, Northuldran. Elsa explained that it had been a gift from her father to her mother. It had been one of the most cherished possessions. Later, Matthias shared some wisdom with Anna he had learned from his father. Just when you think you've found your way, life will throw you into a new path. Anna knew what came after that. A person just needed to do the next right thing. The leader of North Ulja, Jelena, bickered with Arundelian Lieutenant Matthias, recognizing one of the soldiers. Anna stepped forward, holding the ice sword, feeling threatened. Both the North Ulja and Arundelian rushed towards them. Elsa used her powers, surprising everyone, sending them sliding and slipping into the ground. Anna stared at Matthias, trying to figure out where she knew him from. Finally she blurted out, "Library, second portrait, on the left! You were our father's guard." Matthias was overjoyed to hear that their father, King Agnar, that he had made it back to Arundel before the forest became cursed. Suddenly a bright flash appeared. "Fire spirit!" Jelena yelled. A ball of fire dashed around the trees, sending it up in flames. Chaos erupted, and as it blazed, a trail through the forest. Elsa raced behind it, using her magic to stop it from spreading. When she reached it, she saw the fire spirit was actually a small salamander. Looking deep into the fire spirit's eyes, Elsa understood its feeling of pain and fear. She gently held out her hand and it scrambled onto her palm. As she helped to find calm, the flames died. Over by the campfire, Honeymaron showed Elsa the spirits of nature, as symbolized on the scarf. Elsa was excited to learn about the symbols and realized that the North Ulja could teach them a lot. Moments later, the ground began to quake. Earth giants appeared, shaking the ground with each stride. Elsa quickly threw her powers into the night sky, tricking the earth giants and sending them lumbering to another direction. "They sensed you. They came for you," Jelena said to Elsa. "I could feel them, beneath their rage, wanting to help." She turned to Anna. "We're going now. I'm not waiting anymore. I need to find that voice." Elsa grabbed her things, and with Olaf she started to head north. Holding back tears, Anna asked Jelena to let Kristoff know that she would leave with her sister. Elsa led Anna and Olaf north as she followed the mysterious voice. Soon they were looking down at an old Arundelian shipwreck, its tattered flag waving sadly in the wind. Anna and Elsa gasped at the sight, realizing it was their parents' ship. After searching the ship, they found a map that proved their parents had been trying to reach Ahtohallan, a magical river from the lullaby, to find answers about Elsa's magic. "This is my fault," Elsa said. Elsa vowed she would make it across the dark sea to find Ahtohallan, but she had to do it alone. Suddenly, Elsa magically created a boat under Anna and Olaf and sent them zipping down a path of ice. Anna scrambled, trying to stop their progress, but when the boat dropped down a slope, Anna and Olaf slipped into a river and floated away. Anna and Olaf were both angry with Elsa for sending them on, but when Anna realized Olaf was frightened, she calmed down. Hey, I'm not ever going to leave you. Not ever." Across the sea, in a lost caverns, the boat finally came ashore. A rush of wind sent a flurry of snowflakes inside. As Anna and Olaf watched, an ice sculpture began to form. This meant Elsa had made it across the dark sea. Anna immediately knew why Elsa had sent it as a message. She looked at the ice sculpture and remembered the advice given by Grandpappy and Matthias. Do the next right thing. And with that, she took a step forward. Her journey was far from over, but she knew she could do it with her friends. What a magical story. I hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know what your favourite part was. Goodbye!